Alright, what is up guys, welcome back to another video. Now, I haven't looked at XRP in a very long while, and that is essentially because we had just been, for the large part in the markets, been chopping sideways and not doing that much in my opinion. But we can see here for XRP over the past few weeks, things have really started to get moving. Obviously with the ongoing SEC case against Ripple Labs, XRP has been quite suppressed for a long while here. But you can see quite clearly the XRP is showing some really good signs of breaking out. Obviously a lot of people are saying that it's not going to move until the case gets resolved, but you can see here that really it has just been grinding through those technical areas in my opinion. And now that we've basically started to see some key breakouts, things have started to get moving quite significantly, haven't they, over the past few weeks. If we take a look at the chart here, you can see some very clear and easy bear market trend lines that I did set. You can see this one here, this bear market trend line, a very nice 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. You can see we've got the breakout, back test, just grinding along that breakout there, and then finally getting that nice run up to the upside there. And obviously now you can see after the big run that we have seen over the past few weeks, we've essentially run up to the top of the overall bear market resistance, where, as you can imagine, we are getting a pretty decent rejection. If I just zoom in here, you can see pretty much came to that area and got a nice rejection so far over the past few days. But you can see the XRP here, these areas are some that I have had drawn in for a long time. You can see this range that we've been in for a good while, where we formed our resistance and our support. You could probably say the range is looking more like this in reality, isn't it? Looking like that, which is a very nice range where you could have been trading this and making money all the way throughout this, basically the whole last year, to be honest, couldn't you? You could see it very clearly. Resistance, support, resistance, around halfway through the range there. Come back, pretty much test support. We got the breakout to the bear market resistance, but then obviously the FTX collapse came back inside the range again, retest the low, retest the high with the breakout of that bear market trend line. And you can see here we ran up to the top of the range again and finally got that breakout, and now we've ran up to the top of, potentially you could say this next range, looking something like this, where we are currently getting rejected and actually stuck inside of. So really, XRP, it's just essentially been going sideways for a good while now, hasn't it? And you could say overall, maybe it's just been in a range like this for God knows how long, which is probably the case, to be honest, isn't it? Basically ever since, we've been almost a year now, we've been in a bit of a range going sideways for XRP, just like most cryptos, but obviously showing quite a lot of signs of life and really showing a lot of strength in the face of, all the bearishness that we have seen, specifically for XRP, but also in the crypto market in general. Everyone's saying that, a lot of bad stuff is going to happen. And in my opinion, I mean, if I throw the Fibonacci on here, just to see what we're looking at really, if I just grab the top of this, down to the current low of the bear market there, we can start to see some of the levels that we could be looking at retracing back through. And you can see here, obviously, we've got that 023 at the top of the range. Surprise, that is pretty much, bang on the money really for the top of that range. So it's obviously resistance and support in these areas. We'll probably come back down, maybe look for some support and continuation, hopefully, for XRP. But right now you can see here, what I'm looking at is, once we see the bear market starting to finish, the SEC case getting resolved, and the bull market starting to come back in, what are the kinds of targets that we could be looking at long term? Obviously we've still got that one up here at the 227 extension in that local area, coming up well over $20, which would be absolutely ridiculous, to be honest, wouldn't it? But I do think obviously we've got these even longer and more, let's say, ridiculous extensions. The previous bull market down to the previous bear market. Obviously these extensions would be absolutely ludicrous for XRP, up at around $240 there. Obviously in the last bull run for XRP, which was here, we did actually see XRP heading up an absolutely ridiculous amount. I think it did hit its 227 over extension. I think this came up to the 1.6 and then to the 227 there, which would be absolutely monstrous now. Well over $200 would be an absolutely ridiculous price for XRP, wouldn't it, in my opinion? Obviously that is a ludicrous, 400x or something from the current price. So not saying that this is going to happen by any stretch of the imagination, but obviously we do have some technical targets that do need meeting first, and it's still very early days. But seeing as our XRP still hasn't met its all-time high from the last bull market before the one we've just had a few years ago, then I would say realistically, XRP heading up above $3.50 or whatever the all-time high was. It's very, very likely over the next few years, in my opinion, considering all the catalysts that we're seeing, the adoption that we're seeing, and just this price action here, showing that, you know, once we do start to get into this bull market again, I think coming up to this $2 local swing high is very, very likely, and beyond. But right now, keeping our head screwed on. Obviously, not out of the woods yet by any stretch of the imagination. Really just going sideways and waiting to see what happens next. So the way that I'm probably going to be trading this, I'll probably be looking to take a long position if we come back down and retest this range breakout here that we have seen. Obviously, a bit of a parabolic move here. A back test and continuation is probably the trade that I'll be looking for. So that is it for today, guys. That is my analysis. Thank you very much for watching indeed. Please do like and subscribe, and if you do want to support the channel, please do consider becoming a YouTube member by clicking the join button down below. Really helps out the channel. You get to join the private Discord, join other investors, get an edge on the markets, etc., and support the channel. So if you do want to do so, that would be a great way to do it. And I'll see you in the next video.